Wow, it's been like a month since I've been up here. I think you saw a video last week because I was not bothering to edit it, but for me it's been like a month. It's now late May. First thing I want to do is just assess where we're at. So let's see. I do have the passenger side of the bus clad in steel. So that's good. The driver's side is still completely untouched. And we still have the front cap. My steel supplier was out of steel last time I was down there, so I need to get some more steel to clad the passenger side. This means I'm at a little bit of a standstill today. I think I can get steel tomorrow. Or Tuesday. So today, what I'm going to look at is I might make a template for the front and just see if these Sue moved them all. She's been busy. See if the hammer form will still work. I might not do a hammer form. We may not do a hammer form for this part. We can also look at what the plan is for the rear driver's side door. I think that's going to be our main locking door, which is a little bit weird, but that means we can make the front door simpler. And I can look at what it's going to take to start putting steel up in this back corner here, because that's the next sheet of steel that has to go up on the bus. So that's the plan for today. I don't know if we're going to get a lot done, but I do hope to get up here again this week. I feel like I've earned a little bit of time off from my day job. Sue feels the same. Unfortunately, she's not going to get that. They're more rigid.
Require teachers to be there until the end of the school year.
Yeah, how unfair, huh? Anyways, yeah, that's where we're at. Sue is finally back up here. Her job has been even more taxing than mine this year.
Yay, bus time.
But she actually gets to spend some time here. She's organizing and cleaning up because I'm a filthy pig. All right.
Same job I do at home.
In fairness, the kids help me make the mess at home.
Mm-hmm. Apples and trees, dear. Apples and trees.
I'm getting myself in trouble. All right. I'm probably going to put the camera down for a second, and I'll bring it back up when I have something interesting to talk about. See ya. All right, so the goal here has been to kind of fix this edge. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Try to fix this edge here so that it becomes a little bit more of a plane that meets up here. And this was all very cattywampus, so I've been trying to use this hand anvil and hammer, plunging hammer, to get it a little bit more in plane. And honestly, I am surprised at how well it's working. Took a lot of the sticker flicks off of this earlier, getting a little more off. But then you saw that it came down here. I've been hammering back into this area a little bit, trying to get this a little bit more smoothed out. It is by no means perfect. I would not pretend that it was going to be perfect. Let me see if I can get a little better angle. It's by no means perfect. I wouldn't pretend that it's going to be perfect. But it's a lot better than it was. And I think we're getting close to the world of Bondo. I'll probably sink one more screw in. I'll probably sink either a screw or a rivet right in here to hold that tab down. Do a little more hammering right in here to try to flatten that a bit, get a little bit more definition in that sweep. But honestly, I think we're going to get an okay kind of tail out. I'm not sure that it's perfectly symmetrical with the other side. I would love for it to be, but honestly, it doesn't have to be perfectly symmetrical. It has to be watertight, and it has to look good from either side. Pretty much no one's ever going to see both sides of the bus at the same time, so Don't tell my wife, but it may not be perfect. Shh. All right, back to hammering. Okay, so I just put up the template from the back of the bus on the front, and as you can see, it's not what we would call close. I guess that over 20 years of service, Beatrix shifted this way or that. I sort of started by lining up these little lines here, which were the ribs, so they should be about in the right area. But they're high here. When I look over here, it's even a little bit low. It's still high here, but bringing it down, this is too narrow. It's too far this way. Over here, it actually sticks out the other way. So I mean, I suppose that could be that the ribs aren't right. Maybe I give up on the ribs and try shifting it. Let me try that real quick. Yeah, it still isn't working great. I lined it up kind of with a corner over here. It's that corner more or less. Just C-clamped it to keep it from going anywhere. Over in this corner, we got about that same thing. The corners are in there. And we've got a gap up here over the whole thing. Now, if it was a consistent gap, it could just drop the whole thing down. But it's not a consistent gap. Which tells me that this front rib and that back rib way back there aren't the same shape. I mean, they were probably supposed to be, but they're not anymore. Which means that our cap has to be a different shape too. So I'm gonna pop up on the top of the roof real quick and just see how well, try to be positive, see how well this thing lines up. I think I can do templates in my future. All right, so we're up at the top of the bus. I'm just gonna flip this around so you can see. It's hard to see in the sun. So again, we have a whole bunch of lip here that again isn't consistent. The only thing that occurs to me, car, minivan, hold on. The only thing that occurs to me is that I might have this backwards. This road didn't used to be this busy. In fact, I definitely have this backwards, so I do see a passenger side and driver side marking, so maybe it's just not the same in either direction. So let me flip the template around and see if that matches up any better. So I kind of take it back. It turns out that Beatrix is just not bilaterally symmetrical. But when I turn this around and put the driver's side on the driver's side, this lines up a lot nicer. It's not perfect, not gonna lie, but it's really close. Which means that the hammer form might also be really close. Need to mark out a few more things, but we might be able to use the hammer form. Wow, when you face the temple in the right direction, it's amazing how much more accurate it turns out to be. Camera. So I think I'm actually gonna be able to use this thing. It's gonna be close enough. You know, sheet metal has a little bit of fudge to it, so fudge factor. So I guess my next step, I'll have to decide if I want to start working this cap now, if I want to think about something else. But at least I've confirmed that this is a pretty decent size, and the hammer form might actually be usable. Or I might try doing this without the hammer form on the front. Because last time I got myself in a little bit of trouble with some pretty nasty creasing. So if I do a little bit less, well, you know what? I just got to think about it and see how I want to do this. But good start now. So not a super fascinating day back for the first day back, but got a lot of little stuff done and hoping to get up here again this week. Let's see, what did we do? We did a bunch of grinding. I banged out the back corner there so that we could make sure that the first sheet of sheet metal will go up. I found out that our template's the right size. Little things, but good stuff. Sue cleaned up the bus, so it's a little more organized. Yeah. Easing back into it, but it's progress. Hopefully these videos will come a little quicker now, little less interrupted. But if they don't, know that we're doing our best. For now, like, subscribe, click the notification bell, add a comment, tell me I'm doing it wrong, tell me I'm doing it right. Tell me you like me better with short hair. I don't know. But whatever you do, have a great week. Catch you next time.